Sunny Charnas from Guidelight Group. It is my pleasure to present to you the fourth and final video in our series on the Self-Determination Program brought to you by the San Gabriel Pomona Regional Center. This video is all about the spending plan in the Self-Determination Program. In this video, you will learn what a spending plan is and what should be included in your spending plan. And we will walk you through the steps for creating your spending plan. This worksheet will help you with creating your spending plan. We'll teach you how to use it in just a few minutes. Let's start by reviewing what a spending plan is. The spending plan identifies the services, supports, and items that you will purchase to help you meet the goals in your person-centered plan and IPP. The spending plan must identify the cost of each service, support, or item that will be purchased using your self-determination program funds. If you don't know exactly what something will cost, it's okay to make an educated estimate in your spending plan. Your spending plan gets attached to your IPP and becomes your roadmap for how to spend your individual budget. Your spending plan must include the cost of your FMS, the cost of your independent facilitator, if you choose to hire one, and the cost of employee benefits, payroll taxes, and insurance for any employees you plan to hire through the co-employer or sole employer models. Your FMS will assist you with determining your employer costs and making these calculations. Now, let's take out our worksheets and review how to create your spending plan. You can download your own copy of this worksheet from the San Gabriel Pomona Regional Center website where you found this video. In the first column, list the services, supports, and items you need based on your person-centered plan. To do this, look at your PCP and IPP goals and make a list of the services, supports, and items that you need to reach your goals. For the spending plan, you only need to include services, supports, and items that will cost money from your individual budget. List those services, supports, and items on the worksheet. Now take a moment to review this list. Are there generic resources that could fill some of these needs? If you don't know, you can ask your regional center. Generic resources include IHSS, Medi-Cal, private insurance, school district, Department of Rehabilitation, and others. Generic resources should be used to meet your needs before self-determination program funds whenever possible. Now let's go back to the worksheet. In the second column, match each service, support, or item with a goal in your IPP. Your individual budget in the self-determination program must be spent to help you achieve the goals listed in your IPP. Remember, the goals in your IPP should be based on your person-centered plan. Record on your worksheet which goal from your IPP each service, support, or item will help you achieve. Next, in the third column of your worksheet, determine the unit cost of each service, support, or item listed on your spending plan. To determine the unit cost, think about this. How is the service or support priced? Services or supports might be priced by the hour, session, day, week, month, or year. It could also be the cost of an item. For example, employees are usually paid by the hour. Most therapies are priced by the hour or session. Camps might be priced by the week. FMS services are priced by the month. Items may have listed prices online or at stores. Write the cost of each unit of service on your worksheet. If you're not sure how much something should cost, you may need to do a little bit of research to find out. Your independent facilitator or your FMS may help you with this. If you know of individuals or providers who provide a service, reach out and ask them the price they charge. You can also ask the regional center what they pay their providers for services or supports. Take one service or support at a time, research the unit cost, and write down your best estimate on the worksheet. Next, calculate the annual cost of each item in the second to last column on your worksheet. Once you have the unit cost, think about the frequency or the amount of each service that you would use for the entire year. Calculate what you expect the cost to be for the entire year. Let's review some examples to help us understand these calculations. Let's say camp costs $300 a week, and the SDP participant will go for 6 weeks out of the year. The total annual cost calculation will be $300 per week times 6 weeks equals $1,800. Let's do another one. The SDP participant receives 12 hours of therapy per month at a cost of $50 per hour and attends therapy for all 12 months of the year. The annual cost calculation will be 12 hours per month times $50 per hour times 12 months equals $7,200. Here's another one. The SDP participant pays the FMS $150 per month and is required to pay that amount for the full year. So the annual cost calculation will be $150 per month times 12 months equals $1,800. One last example. The SDP participant will purchase a laptop computer for college for $2,000. So the annual cost calculation will be $2,000. Here are some tips. For services that are priced by the hour, day, or week, it is best to calculate based on the number of weeks you plan to use the service each year rather than the number of months, because some months are longer than others, but there are always 52 weeks in a year. It's also a good idea to make adjustments for expected vacations, holidays, or absences to make your calculations realistic and save money. Using one of the examples on the previous slide, you may take 2 weeks of vacation each year, or you may assume someone will get sick or something like that. So instead of calculating the therapy sessions for a full 52 weeks of the year, you could use 50 weeks instead. This frees up funds and allows you to use the money elsewhere based on your needs. Now record the total annual cost for each service, support, or item in the last column of your spending plan worksheet. Now you're ready to calculate your spending plan total. The total cannot exceed the amount of your individual budget. Add the annual totals for each service, support, or item to calculate your spending plan total. Your spending plan total cannot exceed your individual budget amount. Add, take away, and/or adjust services to use all of the funds in your budget without going over. Write down on your worksheet the total amount of your spending plan. Now let's review how to finalize your spending plan. Your worksheet helps to gather all of the information needed for your spending plan. Review your worksheet with your independent facilitator and your FMS to confirm that you didn't miss anything. The information from your worksheet may need to be transferred to a different format depending on your FMS and your regional center. Your independent facilitator and/or FMS can help with this. The last step to complete your spending plan is to organize the items into categories and assign service codes to each one. Your independent facilitator, FMS, or service coordinator can help you with this. There are 3 spending plan categories for everyone: living arrangement, employment and community participation, and health and safety. The items on your spending plan will be organized into these 3 categories and assigned service codes. Once you, your independent facilitator, and your FMS are comfortable with the spending plan, submit it to your regional center for review. The regional center will review to determine if all of your items meet the requirements of the self-determination program. You might need to make changes to your plan during the year. You can adjust and move funds from one service to another within the same category without consulting the regional center or IPP team. Just work directly with your FMS. You can also move up to 10% of the funds originally in one budget category to another budget category without approval from the regional center or IPP team. If you need to move more than 10% of the funds originally in one budget category to another budget category, you'll need to have approval from the regional center or IPP team to make that change. I hope you found this video series helpful. All of us at Guidelight Group wish you well in your transition to the self-determination program. Thank you for watching.